It is Game 2 of the American League Wild Card between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. Welcome you into Comerica Park here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm Daniel Frank. Last night, it was a shutout for the Tigers. Tarek Skubal dominated the White Sox lineup by a score of 5-0. If Detroit wins tonight, they're on to New York. If Chicago wins, we're headed to a pivotal Game 3 tomorrow here in Detroit. Welcome everybody to the broadcast. My name's Daniel Frank. Thank you for joining us here tonight, here in Detroit, Michigan. As we're about to get underway for Game 2 of the Wild Card, the White Sox looking to stay alive. Detroit and Framber Valdez looking to punch their ticket to the Bronx. Game 2 of the Wild Card is next. Framber Valdez on the mound for the Detroit Tigers, 8-11 record and a 3.22 ERA on the season. The free agent acquisition in the offseason really helped Detroit push them along and win the American League Central this year. Valdez postseason experience, of course, with the Houston Astros, and he'll face Chase Maedroth to lead off the ball game. A .274 average and 13 homers in the regular season. He went hitless last night with 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Valdez on the way, and that's in there for strike one. Valdez starting off with the breaking ball. It's ahead 0-1 on Chase Maedroth. Next pitch hammered to left field. That ball is gonna be caught by Riley Green. What a catch by Riley Green to rob Chase Maedroth of a leadoff single. And we start off the game with a bang on this spectacular play by Riley Green to rob Chase Maedroth of a leadoff hit. And Valdez giving his left fielder some credit, as that's out number 1. We bring up Jordan Beck. Went 1 for 4 in game 1. Takes a slider at the knees for strike 1. Beck a .261 average and 21 homers. 85 RBIs in the regular season for the White Sox left fielder, acquired from the Colorado Rockies at the trade deadline. 0-1 pitch from Valdez. This is outside. He's 1-1. Beck in 147 games had 151 hits. As the 1-1 pitch got him to chase that sinker low and away. 1 balls and 2 strikes. Beck, only 1 of 4 White Sox with hits last night. Also struck out twice. 1-2. Just off the plate. It's even 2-2. 2-2. Got inside on his hands. Rolled over to Gleyber Torres. He'll set and fire to Torkelson. And that's out number 2. Take a look at the White Sox lineup. We've already seen Maedroth and Beck. Colson Montgomery at short. Austin Hayes, Andrew Benintendi, the designated hitter. Miguel Vargas, Tim Elko, Kyle Teal, and Jared Kelnick, the 9-hole hitter. Manning center field. White Sox 182 homers. One of the bottom teams when it came to homers in the American League. 10th in the American League. As that'll bring up the White Sox shortstop, former top prospect Colson Montgomery. First pitch to him. Misses in with a breaking ball. It's ball 1. Montgomery missed some time with injury, only 110 games played. He was 0 for 4 last night with 3 Ks. 1-0 is chopped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Valdez sets and fires. And just below the knees for ball 2. Missed with that changeup. Valdez from the Dominican Republic sets and fires. That ball's rolled over. 2 sprints to Torkelson. He'll take it to the bag himself. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Framber Valdez here in the first. We head to the bottom half of the first. Tigers up to bat. McKinstry, Torres, and Green in game 2. Starter for the White Sox today, Davis Martin. Went 9-10, had a 3.33 ERA. Did not get backed much in terms of offense during the regular season, but a very solid season for Davis Martin. Martin out of Texas Tech, 28 years old. Gets the game 2 start in a pivotal game 2 for the White Sox. He'll face off against Zach McKinstry to lead off this ball game. 0 for 4 last night with 2 Ks. And the first pitch to Zach McKinstry was outside ball 1. Now, of course, last night, Shane Smith leaving the game early, only going 2 1/3 innings with a bruised hand. White Sox manager Will Venable has said that if the White Sox were to move on, he would be available. 1-0, now 2-0. As Davis Martin falling behind Zach McKinstry here to start off the bottom of the first. As McKinstry fights that one off for strike one. Two balls and one strike. Next pitch is ripped, but off the netting down the right field line. It's even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Davis Martin wants to get this game off to a good start for the White Sox, get them some good mojo. 2-2 is rolled over the first base line, but foul. And we'll try it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is fouled off, and we'll do it again. Zach McKinstry graduated from Central Michigan University. 29 years old, one of the oldest Tiger position players, and he looks at a changeup at the knees for out number 1, as that's the first out of the ball game. First K of the game for Davis Martin. As now he'll face Gleyber Torres. 1-for-4 last night, had a RBI double, and it hit Gleyber Torres, but he checked his swing, and the umpire says it's a strike, so Gleyber Torres will stay in the box, and he seems okay after getting drilled with that pitch. And now he's down no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch is fouled off. He's quickly down 0-2. Torres, a great season for him. Won the batting title. A 910 OPS, one of Gleyber Torres' best seasons. Not just with the Tigers, but in his big league career. 0-2. Bounces a curveball in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 2 strike. One, 2. Way outside with that curveball. It's 2-2. Two delivery to Torres. Just got a piece of that one chopped behind the plate. We'll run it back again. Over the other side of the American League bracket, Kansas City and Toronto, even at 1 game apiece, the winner of that will go on to Seattle to play the Mariners, as that ball is ripped into right field, and it's a 1-out base hit for Gleyber Torres. So Torres quickly went down 0-2, but drives a ball into right field, and he's got a 1-out single. And that'll bring up the big boppers for Detroit. Up first, Riley Green, who made that spectacular catch of left field to start the ball game. Green was 3 for 3 last night, hit a solo shot, as that ball just misses on the inside corner for ball 1. Take a look at Green's numbers: 292 average, a 912 OPS, 36 homers, 104 RBIs for the Tigers left fielder. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. 1-0 pitch is driven to left field. That ball's going back. Jordan Beck going at it, and just in front of the warning track. Makes a catch for out number 2, and quickly fires it in to get Torres to scamper back onto first. That's out number 2. Take a look at the Tigers lineup. Seen McKinstry, Torres, and Green, Kerry Carpenter, Spencer Torkelson, Dylan Dingler doing the catching, Colt Keith, Javier Baez, and the designated hitter Parker Meadows. Tigers 205 homers during the regular season. That was good for 4th in the American League. As that'll bring up Kerry Carpenter, 293 average, 36 homers for the Tigers lefty. And he had a big home run last night in the 3rd. 3-run shot to give the Tigers a 5-0 lead, and that's what the final score would end up being. His first pitch misses off the plate, ball 1. Carpenter was an all-star for the Tigers this year. As 1-0. Misses low and in, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. That ball is chopped left side. Montgomery can't make the play off the end of his glove, and there will be no throw, as Colson Montgomery can't handle that shot from Kerry Carpenter. It's a 2-out base hit. It's first and second with 2 outs for Spencer Torkelson. And a chance to put the Tigers up early here. First pitch swinging, pops it up into left field. Jordan Beck ranges over, camps under it, and that is out number 3. So the Tigers starting with 2 base runners, can't get anything to come across. We head to the top of the second here in Game 2. A score, 0-0. Leadoff hitter for the second inning, Austin Hayes, the former Baltimore Oriole, steps up to the plate. First pitch to Hayes. Big swing and a miss. Swung over that changeup. It's no balls, 1 strike. Hayes in his career versus Valdez, 1 for 8. As the 0-1 pitch. Misses high. Ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Big swing there again from Hayes. 1 and 2. Hayes opting for the no batting gloves. One of the rare players who does not wear batting gloves, and he looks at a curveball at the knees for out number 1. That's Framber Valdez's first strikeout of the ball game, and the first out of the second. As that'll bring up the designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi. And the first pitch is on the outside corner, and Valdez is just pounding the strike zone here early. Andrew Benintendi, 18 homers, 71 RBIs in the regular season. He was 2 for 4. He had 2 doubles in game 1. The 0-1. Big swing, but just past first base coach Jose Legger as it's 0-2. Valdez sets and deals. Outside ball 1. Benintendi, of course, longtime member of Boston Red Sox. Also played for the New York Yankees, Kansas City Royals. As the 0-2 is up the middle, just past Valdez. McKinstry was shaded over the second base bag. On to Torkelson, and that's out number 2. So White Sox gone down in order so far. That'll bring up the third baseman, Miguel Vargas, the White Sox All-Star this year. 260 average, 20 homers. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts in game 1. First pitch to him is popped up into shallow right center. Javier Baez racing over, and he's got it. And that's out number 3. Second, still scoreless here in game 2. Dylan Dingler, the catcher, will lead off the home half of the second. 247 average. The first pitch to him is in the zone for strike 1. Dingler was 0 for 4 last night, struck out. And that pitch is right at the knees. Davis Martin coming out, pounding the bottom of the zone. So chance of Let's Go Tigers ring out through Comerica Park. Dingler down 0-2. Martin deals. That ball misses high and tight, ball 1. 1 balls, 2 strikes. Misses in with that one. So Dingler goes down 0-2. Fights back to make it a 2-2 count. Dingler waits the pitch. Got him swinging. Got him to chase that cutter. That's out number 1 here in the second. That's Davis Martin's second K of the game. Take a look at the StatCast by Google Cloud on that pitch. That nasty cutter, 5 inches of break, 1,800 RPMs. I was able to get Dingler to swing through it for out number 1. Over on the National League side of the playoffs, Arizona and Philly knotted at 1 game apiece. Winner of that will play the Dodgers. Cincinnati and San Diego. Cincinnati leads that series 1-0. That game will be later today. Winner of that series will play the Mets as Colt Keith watches strike 1. Keith was 1 for 4 last night. He's down 0-1 here in the second inning of game 2. Next pitch misses low and away for ball 1. Colt Keith, a former 5th-round pick by these Detroit Tigers, top prospect, has a really good glove that Detroit really likes over there at the hot corner at third. Martin sets and fires and got him to roll it down the third base line, but it's a foul ball. It's 1-2. The pitch up the third base line. Vargas picks it, fires over to Elko, and in time to get him. That's out number 2. Nice play there down at third by Miguel Vargas. Now we're going to center fielder Javier Baez. 222 average, 14 homers. Hitless last night, but he did walk 1 time. He'll step up with 2 outs. First pitch to him is in there for strike one. Baez, a former two-time All-Star, of course, National League Championship Series MVP with the Chicago Cubs. The 0-1 is ripped to right field. Hayes giving chase, and that's off the wall. It's a fair ball. Plays it off the wall, fires into second, and offline, not in time anyway. It's a two-out double for Javier Baez as the Tigers threatening with the bottom half of their order. Take a look at the replay. Baez went the other way. It looked like it might have hooked foul, but it just stayed fair. And that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Parker Meadows. 0 for 2, walked last night with a chance to put the Tigers ahead here in Game 2. That ball misses low, 1-0. Meadows, 229 average during the regular season, but did miss some time with injury. Only playing in 70 games. And that pitch misses outside, 2-0. Parker Meadows, drafted out of Grayson High School in Loganville, Georgia. And the 2-0 is chopped up the middle. Montgomery ranges over. He's got it onto Elko, and in time, and the inning is over. Tigers can't get by as a score on the two-out double. We to the third in Game 2. No score. Tim Elko will lead off the third here against Framber Valdez as Valdez is cruising here through Game 2. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Elko, 1 for 3, hit the ball really hard off of Tarek Skubal in Game 1. There's a 1-0. Almost drills him there, but gets out of the way. It's 2-0. So hitters count for Tim Elko. The 2-0 is chopped behind the plate, foul. The 2-1 is chopped foul again, and it's even 2-2. Elko out of Ole Miss, played in 58 games, had 8 homers for the White Sox this season. 2-2, and again almost drilled Elko. He has to get it out of the way. That one, it's full. On deck is Cal Teal, the catcher for the White Sox. Valdez sets, deals, full count. Chopped foul again, we'll do it again. The 3-2. Got him swinging. Got him on the high fastball. That's out number 1. That's the second strikeout of the game for Framber Valdez. Now bring up the catcher, Kyle Teal. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Teal, 259 average and 14 homers in the regular season. He went 0 for 2 last night. Did draw a walk. Struck out in both his plate appearances. The 0-1. Couldn't get him to bite on that curveball. Almost did. Teal acquired from Boston in the trade that sent Garrett Crochet over to Boston. That pitch, big swing on that curveball. It's 1-2. 1-2. Up the middle. Torres dives, but he can't get it. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Chicago White Sox. It's a 1-out single for Kyle Teal. Now to bring up the 9-hole hitter, Jared Kelenic. Take a look inside, middle of the plate, and Teal able to just sneak it past the Tiger infield. And that'll bring up Jared Kelenic, who was 1 for 2 last night with a walk and a double, and a chance for the White Sox to get some runs early as he hammers that, but foul. Kelenic only played a handful of games, had a 298 average this season for the White Sox. Only played in 48 games. The 0-1 is ripped to right side. Torres got it over to McKinstry. McKinstry on to Torkelson. Double play, and the inning is over. Double plays kill the White Sox tonight, and they kill them here in the third. We head to the bottom half of the third. Still no score here in Game 2 of the wild card.
some things we shoot. Oh, cool hat trick. Watch me backspin off the Atlas. Past tense maneuver through the
Leadoff hitter Zach McKinstry led off the third inning. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Still hitless so far in this postseason. First pitch is ripped but caught by Miguel Vargas, and one pitch, one out for Davis Martin here in the bottom half of the third. Gleyber Torres 1 for 1. Steps up here with one out. In the third is the pitchers doing their jobs. Not allowing any runs to come across. First pitch just misses outside, ball one. Torres winning the batting title, also crushing 21 homers. Great season for him. The 1-0 is ripped, and there's another one. Deep to left field, and the Tigers take a 1-0 lead here in Game 2. Well, I was just talking about Torres, 21 homers in the regular season, and he gets his first home run of the postseason, and it's a 1-0 Tiger lead here in Game 2. 384 feet, 102 off the bat, and he's got the Detroit Red Wings bucket and the hockey stick. So take a look at the replay. Threw it into Torres. And Torres knows what to do with those pitches. Take a look at the StatCast powered by Google Cloud. 384 feet, 102 off the bat. So it's a 1-0 Tiger lead. It'll bring up Riley Green. 4 strike 1. Green flew out in his first plate appearance back in the first. No ball, 1 strike. That pitch is ripped, hung a curveball. Green was late on it. Green 3 for 3 last night. He's down 0-2 here in the third. Another curveball, chopped foul. No balls, 2 strikes. And got him swinging. Got him to chase the changeup. That's out number 2, so Davis Martin bounces back after the home run from Torres. It's the 3rd strikeout of the ball game. That'll bring up Kerry Carpenter, who had a 2-out single back in the first. First pitch to him, just off the outside corner for ball 1. Carpenter, a 19th round pick by the Detroit Tigers back in 2019. 1-0. Chopped foul. Carpenter has been affectionately given the name Kerry Bonds for his knack to hit home runs, and home runs when they count. 3-run bomb last night. He watches a fastball go by at the letters. He's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery from Martin. Got him swinging. Beautiful changeup outside of the zone. But Gleyber Torres puts the Tigers on top with a solo shot. Here in the third, we have the 4th in Game 2. Tigers looking to punch their ticket to the Bronx. Chase Majdroth will lead it off here in the 4th. As the White Sox have gone down in order. A big swing on that curveball for strike 1. Majdroth, a former 4th round pick, watches that ball go by. It's 1-1. Majdroth, big swing on that curveball, down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Majdroth grounded over to third. Colt Keith's got it. Fires on to first, and that's the first out of the 4th. So White Sox 1 hit so far, but they have gone down in order after that costly double play by Jared Kelnick to end the 3rd. So that'll bring up the left fielder Jordan Beck out of the University of Tennessee. First pitch to him is low and in for ball 1. Beck, like I mentioned, acquired by from the Rockies at the trade deadline, watches strike one. One ball and one strike. And that ball's in there for strike two. And Framber Valdez is pounding the zone. Only 40 pitches so far, the 1-2. That ball is chopped up the first base line. Torkelson makes a great snag and takes it to the bag himself for the second out. Now I'll bring up the 3-hole hitter, Colson Montgomery, who grounded out to Spencer Torkelson in his first plate appearance. And the first pitch from Valdez to Montgomery is fouled off. Montgomery 0 for 4 in Game 1, 3 strikeouts. Looking to avenge that Game 1 performance. The 0-1. Big swing on a fastball down the middle. He's down 0-2. Take a look at Valdez, 31 strikes compared to 12 balls, 43 pitches. And he's up 0-2 on Colson Montgomery. The 0-2 delivery is popped up but out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Comerica waving their orange rally towels. The 0-2. Got him swinging. Another 1, 2, 3 inning for Framber Valdez. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Tigers lead 1-0. Leadoff hitter for the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. 0 for 1 lead off against Davis Martin. Martin has matched Framber Valdez, bar the solo shot by Gleyber Torres. Torkelson, a former #1 overall pick out of Arizona State University. You watch this ball 2 go by. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch misses low, and Torkelson quickly ahead 3-0 with Dylan Dingler on deck. And 3-0, he was sitting on it. Watch a strike 1 go by. 3 balls, 1 strike. Davis Martin deals. And in there for strike 2, so Martin falls down 3-0. Now he's back to a full count. Martin likes his sign from Kyle Teal. Got him swinging. Big at bat there for Davis Martin. Falls down 3-0, but is able to come back and get Torkelson swinging for his 5th strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring up the catcher Dylan Dingler, struck out in his first plate appearance. First pitch to him just misses below the knees, ball 1. Dingler 18 regular season homers for the Detroit Tigers. The 1-0. Misses in 2-0. So Martin again falling behind another batter. Dingler, a 2nd-round pick in the 2020 draft. Awaits the delivery from Davis Martin. Big swing and a miss. That changeup really working for Davis Martin. Gets a strike 2-1. And another big hack by Dylan Dingler, back even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Martin delivers. Got him! And that changeup really starting to work in Davis Martin's favor. His 6th strikeout. And that'll bring up Colt Keith, who was 0 for 1. First pitch to Keith is in there, drops a curveball in there, strike 1. Colt Keith singled his only hit in game 1. Heel 1. Misses high.
1-1.
Martin shakes off Teal, but then gets a pitch that he likes. The 1-1 is swung and fouled back. It's 1-2. Martin, 20 balls, 38 strikes. He's at 58 pitches here through 3 2/3 rather. As the 1-2 misses in with the curveball in the dirt. And Keith was taking it 2-2. chop. Just got it off the end of the bat and chopped behind the plate. He'll stay alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch got him looking. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers as Davis Martin strikes out the side here in the 4th. We head to the 5th. The Tigers lead 1-0 in game 2. Take a look so far for the pitcher stats, both through 4 innings. Valdez only 1 hit, Martin 4 hits. No walks for either of them, but Martin has struck out 7 of Valdez's 3. But Martin down 1-0 after the solo shot by Gleyber Torres. It'll be Hayes, Benintendi, and Vargas due up for the White Sox here in the 5th. As Valdez is cruising along, the first pitch to Hayes, big swing and a miss for strike 1. Take a look at the way the Tiger infield is positioned. Colt Keith hugging that third baseline. The 0-1. This is outside, ball 1. White Sox only 1 hit. It was a 3rd inning single by Kyle Teal that was quickly erased on a Jared Kelenic double play as that ball misses in 2-1. So the White Sox have been retired in order thus far. 2-1. Misses low, it's 3-1. Andrew Benintendi is the on-deck hitter. He grounded out in his first plate appearance. The 3-1 is up the middle. Torres was shaded behind the second base bag, and that's out number 1. So Hayes gets a 3-1 count, but grounds out to Torres, the second baseman. That'll bring up the lefty Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi out of University of Arkansas. First pitch, big swing at that curveball. That curveball now starting to work well for Valdez as Benintendi. The 0-1. And looks at a changeup there. He quickly falls behind 0-2. Benintendi just got a piece of that slider, stays alive. Benintendi, the 0-2. Valdez just below the knees for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And misses it with that slider. So Valdez goes ahead 0-2. And it falls back to even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Benintendi rolls over. Spencer Torkelson, he'll take it to the bag himself, and that's out number 2. And Valdez is cruising here in game 2. And the way Valdez has been pitching, that solo shot by Gleyber Torres might just be enough. Third baseman Miguel Vargas steps up. He flew out to center in his first plate appearance. First pitch, it's popped up to right field. Kerry Carpenter races on over. He's got it, and that's the end of the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Framber Valdez. Way to the home half of the 5th. It'll be 8-9-1. Baez, Meadows, and McKinstry in game 2. I'm Daniel Frank here at Comerica Park here in game 2 of the Wild Card. The Tigers lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Baez doubled in his first plate appearance. Was unable to come across, as that was Baez's first hit of the postseason. First pitch is high and away, but Baez with a big swing down 0-1. Baez signed as a free agent in 2021 with the Tigers and chases that slider, and that's something that Javi Baez is known for, is expanding his zone. As he swung at 2 balls there, he's down 0-2. And that pitch, again, expanded it, popped up in the infield. Montgomery is under it, and that's out number 1. I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Parker Meadows, who grounded out to short back in the 2nd inning. Meadows, 6'5", 205 pounds, steps up with 1 out. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Meadows, a 2nd-round pick by Detroit back in 2018. His brother, Austin Meadows, former Tampa Bay Ray, also played with the Detroit Tigers. The 0-1 is chopped behind the plate, foul, 0-2. 1-0 ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning of Game 2. If Detroit wins, they're headed to the Bronx. If Chicago wins, we're headed for a pivotal Game 3 tomorrow night here in Detroit, Michigan. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery from Martin just misses below the knees. It's 2-2. Zach McKinstry, the leadoff hitter on deck for Detroit. Davis Martin at 68 pitches. The pitch. Just got a piece of that one, and as Meadows stays alive. Crisp, chilly night here in October in Detroit. The 2-2. That's fouled off, and Meadows staying alive in this at-bat. Two. And he stays alive again. Shoots that one the other way. As Meadows now making Davis Martin work. The 2-2. That ball's fouled again, and we'll run it back again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 8 pitches this at bat. Can Davis Martin make it only 9, or will Meadows stay alive for 1 more? The 2-2 is fouled off again. Martin has tried pretty much every pitch he has in the repertoire to try and retire Austin Meadows, but here comes the 10th pitch of the bat. 2-2. Outside, ball 3. McKinstry on deck is struck out and lined out. The full count delivery is driven to right field. Hayes going back on it near the warning track, and he's got it for the second out of the innings. Well, Parker Meadows made Davis Martin work for that one. 11 pitches, and that'll bring up Zach McKinstry with 2 down here in the 5th. McKinstry, the only position player older than Zach McKinstry, is the center fielder Javier Baez, as he's down 0-1. This is a young Tiger team. The 0-1 misses inside 1-1. As the White Sox bullpen getting busy, Mike Vassell and Grant Taylor warming up for the Chicago White Sox. 2 righties, as Martin is at 77 pitches to 4 2/3. The 1-1 is low and in the dirt, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. McKinstry pops it up to left field. Jordan Beck races on over, and he's got it, and that's the end of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Davis Martin as we head to the 6th in Game 2. White Sox need something to get going. They're down by 1 here in Game 2. Valdez heads back out to the mound. 57 pitches for the Tiger lefty. He'll face Elko, Teal, and Kelnick here in the 6th. First pitch to Elko is hammered to right center field, tailing away from Javier Baez. He races over, dives, can't make the play. That one hops off the wall. Baez gets it. Elko racing around the bases. He'll be into third base with a leadoff triple, as Baez went for the risky play, but couldn't make the play, and the big man Tim Elko able to race around the bases. It's a leadoff triple, and the White Sox start off with a bang here in the 6th. You take a look at Elko. He was going 3 all the way. He never even thought about it, and he's got a stand-up triple to lead off the 6th inning. Now Kyle Teal with a chance to tie this game up and score the first run of the series for the White Sox. That slider misses low and away, 1-0. Teal is 1 for 1. He's just already singled and was erased on the Kelnick double play back in the 3rd. 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Teal, a first-round pick just a few years ago, and already making his impact felt here for the White Sox. 2-0. Outside 3-0, and Valdez starting to fall behind after the leadoff triple. The 9-hole hitter, Jared Kelnick, on deck. Runner on third, no outs. Tigers lead 1-0. The tying run 90 feet away. 3-0 pitch is in there for strike one. 3 balls and 1 strike. Valdez deals. Got him. Swinging on that one. Strike 2. So falls down 3-0. It's back to full. Elko over at third, representing the tying run. Here in game 2 of the wild card, a must-win game for the White Sox. The full count is fouled off. Three balls, 2 strikes. Valdez takes a look over at Elko and deals. And just inside, great take there by Kyle Cheel. As that's the first walk of the ball game for Framber Valdez, and it's runners on the corners with nobody out for Jared Kelnick. Had a double play back in the 3rd inning to end the 3rd, and a chance to tie this game up for the White Sox. That ball's outside 1-0. Kelnick did double in game 1. Chance here for the White Sox. 1st and 3rd. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Lefty on lefty here. The 1-1. Misses in 2-1. And the leadoff hitter, Chase Majdroff, is on deck. He's 0 for 2 in this game. As the White Sox now starting to make Valdez work. The 2-1 is in there for strike 2. The 2-2. Kelnick grounded Torkelson over to McKinstry. Back to Torkelson. Double play! This game is tied, but it's a 3-6-3 double play. As Kelnick with his 2nd double play of the game. But it does tie game 2 up here in the 6th inning at 1. And that was a beautiful double play started by Torkelson. So now it's 2 outs. That'll bring up Chase Majdroff. This game's tied at 1. First pitch to him, big swing at that curveball for strike 1. Majdroff scored 84 runs and stole 16 bags in the regular season. The 0-1. Misses low, 1-1. Majdroff had a great September, really ended the season strong, was the September Rookie of the Month in the American League. The 1-1 misses low. The 2-1 misses low, 3-1. Jordan Beck is the on-deck hitter for Chicago. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that's outside. It's another walk. So Valdez was really rolling along. Elko with a leadoff triple, a walk to Teal. Got the double play from Kelnick, but another walk for Majdroff as that'll bring up Jordan Beck with 2 down here in the 6th. Go ahead, run on the base pass for the White Sox, and there he goes. The throw from Dingler is not in time as Chase Majdroff, I was mentioning, 18 stolen bags. He's got his first one of the postseason. And he had a great jump on Valdez. You don't really see normally great jumps like that on a lefty. But now the runner in scoring position and a base hit with Majdroff's speed could give the White Sox their first lead of the series. As that's strike 1. 1-1 Beck shot the other way, but foul. And he's down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Valdez trying to get out of this inning with just the 1 run. The 1-2 misses in 2-2. Take a look at the pitches per inning. His high was 12. He's got 22. Here is the 23rd. Got him swinging. Got him to chase the high breaking ball. That's the end of the inning. But the White Sox score their first run of the series. And this game is tied here going into the bottom half of the 6th. It'll be 2-3-4. And a new pitcher, Davis Martin's night is done, and a great outing for him. As it'll be Mike Vassell to come in, 2.89 ERA in 53 games for the White Sox. I'll be up Gleyber Torres, who's 2 for 2. He's homered. He's single. He's driven across the Tigers' only run of the ball game. And the first pitch to him is fouled off on 1. Mike Vassell out of the University of Virginia, 6'5", 225. As that pitch is popped up to right field, Hayes races on over, and that's out number 1. Riley Green, who had a great game last night, was 3 for 3. 0 for 2, he struck out and flied out. A chance at MVP ring out through Comerica Park. First pitch swing in left field. Beck was shaded over, but it'll hook into the seats and foul. Riley Green had a 5.8 WAR in the regular season for the Detroit Tigers. The 0-1 is ripped to third. A nice pick there by Vargas. Sets and fires on over to Elko. And 2 quick outs here for Mike Vassell. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter, 1 for 2. He singled and struck out. 36 big flies. You got to be careful pitching to to Kerry Carpenter. First pitch to him. Way high for ball 1. Take a look. Grant Taylor and Jordan Leisure now warming up for the White Sox. Leisure pitched in last night's game. 1 inning, 1 hit, no earned runs. He struck out 3. The 1-0 is fouled away, 1-1. The pitch misses outside, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And he misses with the slider, 3-1. Torkelson on deck. 3-1. Great placement there by Mike Vassell. It's full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vassell gets his sign. And fouled away by Carpenter. The full count pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again. 1-1 ball game here in Game 2. A must-win game for the White Sox to force a Game 3. The full count pitch is grounded right side, and it'll be into right field for a 2-out single. Maedroff was shaded more up the middle. And Carpenter shoots 103 off the bat into right field. And I'll bring up Torkelson with 2 down and a runner on first. 26 homers, 96 RBIs. Take a look at Paws trying to hype up the crowd here in this tie game. Vassell now pitching on the stretch. First pitch to Torkelson. Big swing, hung a slider, but Torkelson swung under it. 0-1. Misses high and away, ball 1, as the Tiger crowd starting to get rowdy. A much closer game than it was last night. Of course, starting pitcher Shane Smith had to leave the game as that ball's fouled off. But tonight, Davis Martin did a fantastic job at limiting this Tiger offense. Turns it over to the bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery. Got him looking. Froze him with a slider. And he strands the 2-out single by Kerry Carpenter. And we head to the 7th at Comerica Park. This game is tied at 1. Valdez back out to the mound. He'll face Montgomery, Hayes, and Benintendi. Still only 80 pitchers for Valdez after that big 6th inning by the White Sox. First pitch, and the home plate umpire says he went on the check swing. It's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 is ripped down the left field line, but hooked foul. And Montgomery's down, no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2, got him swinging. Great pitch there by Valdez, his 5th strikeout of the ball game. Montgomery's 2nd. Take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The pitch sequence. First pitch, curveball, check swing. Second pitch, sinker, middle in. Third pitch, sinker, low and in. Got him swinging on 3 pitches. As then I bring up Austin Hayes, still looking for his first hit of the game and of the postseason. 0 for 2 today. That ball's above the letters, 1-0. 19 homers, a 746 OPS in the regular season for Austin Hayes. Signed as a free agent from the Baltimore Orioles. One-0. Big swing. 1-1.
One strike.
Valdez and Skubal really helping out their bullpen. Pitch it, both of them have pitched into the 7th as that pitch is in there for strike 2. 30 balls, 56 strikes. Valdez at 86 pitches is ahead 1-2 on Austin Hayes. The 1-2 is fouled off over near the White Sox dugout. We'll do it again, 1-2. Valdez shakes off Dylan Dingler, but then gets a pitch he likes. Fires. And off, excuse me, that pitch rushes Austin Hayes off the plate. It's even 2-2. And chopped foul toward the Tiger dugout this time, and it'll remain 2-2. And just got a piece of that one. Fouled at the third baseline. Hayes making Valdez work here in the 7th. Two and two. Got him looking. Froze him with a sinker at the bottom of the zone. That's 6 strikeouts for Valdez, his 2nd of the inning. And that'll bring up Andrew Benintendi with 2 down here in the 7th. You can see Hayes just frozen by that sinker for out number 2. Benintendi 0 for 2. Grounded out twice. He'll step up with 2 down here in the 7th. First pitch to him. Beautiful slider right at the knees for strike 1. Benintendi 18 homers, 71 driven in the regular season. He had 2 doubles last night. 0-1 is in there. Another beautifully placed slider by Valdez. 0-2. The pitch. And another slider, but yanks that one into the other's batter's box. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Got him swinging. Benintendi goes down on strikes. First it was Montgomery, then it was Hayes, and then Benintendi all down by the way of the keg. It's time to stretch. In game 2, it's getting to crunch time. This game knotted at 1. Take a look. Valdez, 7 innings, 2 hits, 107 Ks. Davis Martin, 5 innings, 4 hits, 107 Ks. Tim Elko, 1 for 2 with a triple. Scored on the double play. Torres, the only run, a solo shot. As Dylan Dingler will lead it off against Mike Vassell as he heads back out for the 7th. First pitch to him right on the corner, dotted for strike 1. The 0-1. Same spot, different pitch. A slider this time, 0-2. Take a look at Mike Vassell. You think he's feeling good? 0-2 to the product of Ohio State. Misses outside ball 1. If there were to be a game 3 tomorrow night, if the White Sox come across with a win, it'll be Sean Burke and it'll be Casey Myers for the White Sox and Tigers respectively. It's 2-2. And got him swinging on the slider in the other batter's box. That's the 2nd strikeout for Mike Vassell, and that's out number 1. Take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. On that pitch, 10 inches of break, 2,270 rotations per minute. Just a beautiful slider by Mike Vassell to get Dingler swinging for the first out of the inning. Colt Keith now 0 for 2. He struck out looking back in the fourth. First pitch, big swing on the fastball high and in. Colt Keith only batted 197 in the regular season. That slider misses in. That pitch ripped, but right to the shortstop, Montgomery. 107 off the bat, and the throw takes Elko off the bag. And Montgomery's woes continue in the field, as that was an easy play, but the throw yanked Elko off the bag. So instead of it being the second out of the inning, it's a runner on first and one out for Javier Baez. Keith does have some speed down there over at first. Could try and yank second, as first pitch to Baez misses outside, ball one. Baez is 1 for 2. He doubled in the second. 222 average in the regular season. Trying to make the White Sox pay for a costly error here in the seventh. The 1-0 is there at the corner for strike one. Tiger fans don't agree with that call by the home plate umpire, but it was a strike. The 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. Vassell trying to see if Baez will bite out there like he did in his last plate appearance. But so far he isn't. 2-1. Big swing on that changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baez awaits the pitch. Got him. Slider at the bottom of the zone. Got him to swing through it. That's out number 2, and that's the third strikeout for Mike Vassell. And I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Parker Meadows with 2 down. First pitch to Meadows is there at the top of the zone for strike one. Mike Vassell at 30 pitches. 0-1. Big swing through that one, 0-2. Tigers are taking some big hacks at some of these pitchers from Vassell. The 0-2. Try to get him to bite on that slider, but 2 in, as it's 1-2. The 1-2. Got him! That same slider, but this time Meadows bit. As 3 outs in this inning, all down by the way of the K. We head to the top of the 8th, knotted at 1 in game 2. Framber Valdez's night is done. It'll be Will Vest on for the Tigers. 75 games at 3.82 ERA. So both Tiger pitchers go 7 full innings. As it'll be Miguel Vargas to lead it off. He's 0-2, looking for his first hit of this postseason. Has flown out twice. As the first pitch to slider is there for strike one. Take a look at the Tiger bullpen. Kyle Finnegan and Kenley Jansen, 2 of the best relievers in our sport, warming up for Detroit. Will Vest out of Stephen F. Austin State University, the 0-1. And Vargas hammers that to right field. Carpenter racing back on it towards the warning track, towards the wall, and he makes the catch for out number 1, a loud out number 1 here in the 8th. You really got to hit him hard and far in this ballpark. Cavernous outfields here at Comerica. So that'll bring up Tim Elko, who's 1 for 2. He tripled back in the 6th and scored on the double play by Jared Kelnick. As the first pitch misses outside, 97 on the gun for Will Vest. Tied at 1 here in game 2. Pitch to Elko, swings through the slider, strike 1. Misses in with the fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Elko waits the 2-1. Swings down the right field line. That's a fair ball, and that'll roll all the way into the corner. Carpenter gets it. Fires into second. Not in time, and Tim Elko's got another extra base this time. A 1-out double, and the go-ahead run is in scoring position for the White Sox. Elko just poked it down the right field line, stayed fair. That'll bring up Kyle Teal. He's 1 for 1. He's singled and walked, and a chance to put the White Sox ahead and get their first lead of this series. That pitch is at the knees for strike 1. Teal, a .259 average in the regular season. A chance to be the hero and put the White Sox ahead here in the 8th. The 0-1 pitch. Misses outside. Take a look at Comerica Park. It was hype in here, but after the double from Elko, it's now more of a nervous cheer. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vest checks on Elko. The pitch to Teal. Misses inside 2-1. Crowd does not agree with the strike call. Or excuse me, the ball call. 2-1. And Teal pops it up shallow left field into foul territory. Green coming on, but he can't get it. The count will be 2-2. Green gave it a look, but did not have a chance on that one. So Teal, 2-2, the pitch. Got him looking! Froze him with the fastball at the bottom of the zone. The first strikeout for Will Vest, and a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. So Vest gives up the 1-out double, comes back and gets Teal looking. That'll bring up Jared Kelnick, the 9-hole hitter. He's grounded out into 2 double plays, and he can really save for that with a base hit here. First pitch swinging, pops it up into center. Baez is there, and the inning is over. Will Vest, how about that? A 1-out double from Tim Elko. Strands him there. A strikeout to Teal and a fly out for Jared Kelnick. And look at Will Vest. Pumped up about that one. Way to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the White Sox, Sean Newcomb. 65 games. He had a 2.58 ERA, free agent signing by the White Sox, and he really paid off, because he was one of the White Sox best relievers, the former Brave. It'll be McKinstry, Torres, and Green in the 8th for Newcomb, the left-hander. Tied at 1 here in Detroit. First pitch, McKinstry is driven to left field. Beck racing on, falling fast, and it's not going to get there. And that's a leadoff single for Zach McKinstry, the first pitch. And that'll bring up the big boys. Gleyber Torres first, as McKinstry fired up looking to the Tiger dugout. Just was able to drop that into left. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, who homered back in the 3rd inning, the only run across for the Tigers. First pitch to him is in there for strike 1. Sean Newcomb out of the University of Hartford. 6'5", one of only 2 lefties out of the White Sox bullpen. We saw the other last night as there goes McKinstry, but Torres ripped to center field. Kelnick going back on it, just in front of the warning track for out number 1. McKinstry has to scamper on back to first. That's the first out of the inning. 105 off the bat, but like I said, this ballpark is nearly impossible to hit balls out of here to center. You got to hit them hard and hit them far, and this guy can. Riley Green steps up. He's 0 for 3. The pickoff attempt over at first, but McKinstry's back in there. Runner in first, 1 out. There goes McKinstry again. There's the strike. The throw on to second, not in time. And it'll be a stolen bag for Zach McKinstry. And that puts the go-ahead run in scoring position for the Tigers. And a great jump again on the lefty. And the throw, even if it was on target, would not have gotten there in time. So Green down on 1, runner at second with 1 out. The go-ahead run in scoring position. The 0-1. Big swing. 0-2. This is why they brought Newcomb in, was to face McKinstry, Green, and if they needed it, Carpenter, and they will need it for Carpenter. 1 out, 0-2. Got him looking. Froze him with the fastball. That's a huge out, number 2, here in the 8th. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. He's 2 for 3. He's singled twice. He was also struck out back in the 3rd. And a chance to put the Tigers ahead in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, swung and missed for strike 1. Carpenter does not hit lefties well. Hinch has kind of changed, manager A.J. Hinch has changed his philosophy. Really did not have Carpenter face a ton of lefties. But here in game 2 is going to let him face one. He fouls it off 0-2. Newcomb takes a peek at second to McKinstry. The 0-2. Misses outside 1-2. Newcomb trying to escape this jam. 1-2. And Carpenter just kind of swings the bat head out and fouls it off. He'll stay alive. One ball, 2 strikes. Big pitch here from Newcomb. The pitch. Got him swinging. Sean Newcomb comes back and strikes out Green and Carpenter and strands the runner at second. And we're ahead of the 9th. This pivotal game 2. All tied up at 1. Vest will take the mound again in the 9th. He's got 1, 2, 3, Madroth, Beck, and Montgomery. Here in the 9th. First pitch to Madroth is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 is fouled away towards the White Sox dugout, and Madroth finds himself behind 0-2. Vest delivers, and almost drilled him there, but Madroth got out of the way of it, and it's 1-2. Madroth hitless, but he's walked and stolen a base. 1-2. This is way outside in the other batter's box. It's even 2-2. And Madroth popped up behind the plate. Dingler under it. And that's the first out of the 9th here in game 2. Jordan Beck, 0 for 3. He struck out and grounded out twice. First pitch misses high and tight, ball 1. Beck, 6'2", 225. 21 big flies in the regular season. 1-0. Big swing, 1-1.
One ball, 1 strike.
Best fires. This is outside 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Tiger players, a lot of them have postseason experience. They've experienced these kind of late inning close games. The same thing can't be said for a lot of these White Sox players. A lot of them getting their first taste of postseason action. 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strike.
Got him swinging. Beck goes down on strikes for the second time tonight, and that's out number 2. And then I bring up Colson Montgomery. He's 0 for 2. He's struck out twice. 27 homers, 69 RBIs in the regular season. And the White Sox would like one of those right now. Tied at 1 in game 2. First pitch. Right down Broadway for strike 1. 0-1 popped up, but out of play. Montgomery finds himself down very quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Comerica on their feet. 0-2. The pitch is outside, ball 1.
1 and 2.
Vest fires. Montgomery swings and a miss. Got him swinging his second K of the inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Vest, and we head to the bottom half of the ninth in game 2. Tigers looking to walk it off. It'll be Torkelson, Dingler, and Colt Keith. New pitcher for the White Sox. It'll be Grant Taylor. 65 games. He had a 3.91 ERA. He really struggled with the walk. And he will face Torkelson, Dingler, and Keith. Torkelson 0 for 3. Has not gotten a hit through the first 2 games. And the first pitch to him is in there. Strike 1, 99 miles an hour. Take a look at the White Sox bullpen. It's their closer. Sir Anthony Dominguez, another big free agent signing for them, is starting to get loose there in the White Sox bullpen. 0-1 pitch. Torkelson swings and misses. 0-2. Taylor. Back-to-back 99 mile an hour fastballs. And check swing. He went. Curveball in the dirt. Home plate umpire says Torkelson went. They throw on over to first, and that's the first out of the inning. And Taylor's got Torkelson down on 3 pitches. Taylor, only 22 years old, attended Louisiana State University. Will now face Dylan Dingler with 1 out. First pitch at the letters, 100 on the gun, and Taylor is pounding the strike zone with these fastballs. 0-1. And a curveball just drops it in there. 0-2. The pitch. Got him swinging. Another fastball. And Grant Taylor 6 pitches, 6 Ks, 2 strikeouts. And that'll bring up Colt Keith. Keith reached base on an error in the 7th. First pitch to him at the letters, 99, strike 1. Oh, 1 delivery from Grant Taylor. Misses low, and man, he was so close to having an immaculate inning. But misses low with the curveball. It's 1-1. Next pitch, scrolled over right side into right field. It's a base hit. And it's a 2-out single from Keith. That'll bring up Javier Baez. So Grant Taylor had 6 pitches, 6 strikes, 2 strikeouts to start this 9th. But a 2-out single from Colt Keith will bring up Javier Baez, who's 1 for 3. Javi doubled back in the 2nd. Will step up with a runner on first and 2 outs. And Javi can do damage with a fastball. Taylor drops the curveball in there for strike 1. Baez only drove in 42 runs in the regular season. Played in 142 games, so another down year for Baez. 0-1. Misses high, ball, 1-1. Taylor looks over at Keith, fires, and gets Baez to chase that slider in the other's batter's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taylor misses with the curveball, 2-2. The pitch. Baez. Grounded left side to Vargas. He'll go over to second. The major off. That's the end of the inning. They stranded 2-out single. We're headed to extra innings in game 2. This game is tied at 1. The White Sox need the win. We're headed to the 10th. New pitcher for the Tigers, Kenley Jansen, 69 games. He was 45 for 50 in save opportunities. A 3.03 ERA, a 2-time reliever of the year with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Has the 10th for Detroit. Now Austin Hayes will lead it off in the 10th inning. It's Hayes, Benintendi, and Vargas. Hayes still looking for his first hit. He struck out twice. That cutter's in there for strike one. That pitch from Kenley has been deadly for a number of years here in the majors. One of the best closers of all time. And that's why the Tigers got him. Only blew 5 saves. He had 45 saves in the regular season. 0-1. Hayes hammered but foul. He's down 0-2. That was 103 off the bat. No balls, 2 strikes. Hayes fouls it off. Kenley Jansen, of course, out of Curacao. Played a number of years with the Team Netherlands team in the World Baseball Classic. 0-2. Misses in. Jansen, of course, a former catcher. Played catcher for some of those Team Netherlands teams. But now, one of the best closing pitchers in the game. 1-2. Got him swinging. Hayes, that's his 3rd strikeout of the ball game, and that's out number 1. Take a look, Jansen. His big, powerful legs got him to chase that slider. And then I'll bring up Andrew Benintendi. He's hitless as well. 0 for 3 is struck out once. The pitch drops a slider on the outside corner for strike 1. Benintendi had 2 doubles last night. Hitless tonight. In fact, a lot of the White Sox players are hitless tonight. Tim Elko and Kyle Teel are the only White Sox with hits. The 0-1. Big swing through that one, 0-2. That's baseball, though. Only 2 of the 9 players have hits. And this game is tied at 1, and we're in extra innings. The 0-2. Got him swinging on the slider. 2nd K of the inning, 2nd K of the game for Kenley Jansen. And that'll bring up 3rd baseman Miguel Vargas to take a look at the replay. And Benintendi clearly mad at himself with that one. As that'll bring up Miguel Vargas. That pitch, right at the letters for strike 1. Kenley Jansen just painting the outer edges of the strike zone. Vargas, 0 for 3, is flown out in all 3 at-bats. The 0-1. Below the zone, ball 1. One to Vargas out of Cuba. The pitch. Low, 2-1. Vargas, of course, former Dodger, as well as Kenley Jansen. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jansen fires. Vargas takes it for 3-1. And Tim Elko is the on-deck hitter. He's 2 for 3. He's tripled and doubled in his last 2 plate appearances. 3 balls, 1 strike. Jansen does not want to face Tim Elko. Pitch to Vargas. And a check swing, but fouled. And it'll be full. Vargas wants to get on in front of Tim Elko. 3-2. Got him looking. Frozen with a cutter. And Kenley Jansen, that's what he does. He strikes out the side, and the inning is over. Way to the home half of the 10th. Meadows, McKinstry, and Torres trying to walk it off for the Tigers. Grant Taylor will head back out there to face 9-1-2. Parker Meadows 0 for 3. And first pitch from Taylor is fouled off. Meadows looking for his first hit. The 0-1 is into center field. That's a base hit, and that's a leadoff single for Parker Meadows, the 9-hole hitter in front of Zach McKinstry, who is 1 for 4 with a single and a stolen base. Take a look at the replay, and Meadows just poked it out to center field just past the reach of Chase Maydroth. And now to bring up the lefty, Zach McKinstry. And the pickoff over to first, but offline throw. Meadows will run. There's the first pitch to McKinstry. Is there for strike 1. Meadows in the regular season, only 4 stolen bases, but he does have the speed to kind of take off on you. The 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. McKinstry, foul ball ripped up the first base line, but with a nice snag by Elko. That might have helped the Tigers, actually, because that could have been a double play. 0-2. Fouled off again from McKinstry. Torres on deck. Then Riley Green. 0-2. Misses in 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. McKinstry watches for ball 2. Comerica Park getting loudy, and they are getting rowdy here in this 10th inning. 2-2, runner on first. This game's tied at 1. The pitch from Taylor is popped up left field. Beck racing over near the foul line, and he's got it. For the first out of the inning, he fires back in, and Meadows will stay over at first. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He's 2 for 4. A home run. He's driven in the only run for the Tigers. A home run back into the 3rd. And a chance to push the Tigers to face his former team in the ALDS as he takes ball 1. 1-0. There goes Meadows. In the dirt goes the backstop. And there'll be no throw. It's a stolen base. I was saying Meadows has the speed to take off on you, and he picked a perfect pitch as that curveball got away. And now the runner in scoring position, the winning run, as Torres takes at the knees for strike 1. And a base hit. Torres could send the Tigers to the division series. 2-1. Big swing on that curveball, 2-2. This is a pivotal out here for Grant Taylor and the White Sox. 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Riley Green is the on-deck hitter. He's hitless tonight, but last night he was pounding the cover off the ball against Chicago. Runner on second, 1 out, full count. Game 2. Torres watches ball 4. It's a 1-out walk. It'll be first and second with 1 out for the left fielder, Riley Green. Green 0 for 4 tonight, has struck out twice, but last night he was 3 for 3. He had a double and he had a homer, and he has a chance to put the Tigers ahead and send them to the division series. First pitch misses in, ball 1, as Will Venable will stick with the young man Grant Taylor. 1-0. Green grounded left side, base hit into left field. Beck's got it. He comes up firing. The throw to the plate will not be in time. The Tigers win game 2. They're headed to the American League Division Series, and they've got a date with the New York Yankees. Riley Green with a walk-off RBI single, and the Tigers sweep the White Sox into the American League wild card. Green just poked it past Montgomery. It was a slow roller. Beck came up firing, but he did not have a chance at Meadows as the Tigers mob on the field, and they're headed to the American League Division Series where they will play the New York Yankees. That's the final score from Detroit, Michigan. It's a 10-inning affair. The Tigers come out on top 2-1. And they will play the New York Yankees. The White Sox go home. Nobody expected much from the White Sox this season, but they shocked everybody. Going all the way to the playoffs, they have nothing to be ashamed of. But the Tigers win this one by a score of 2-1 and the series 2-0. We thank you for joining us here from Detroit, Michigan. We'll be back with you in the Division Series round. I'm Daniel Frank. Thank you.